All right, how's everybody doing? Got some interesting things to look at. And of course, 19 years ago, 9/11 occurred on the week of the Gator game playing Tennessee, which is who we play this week. And of course, they are all of that world, so it's something to look for. The Tennessee game was moved to the end of the year because no college teams played after the 9/11 event. September 8th, Florida played Louisiana Monroe, and they were going to play Tennessee. We always played Tennessee early in the year. And Tennessee was supposed to be played September 15th. Notice it goes from the 8th to the 22nd. All games on the 15th were removed. All college football games removed on September. Probably can't get that in on September 15th. College football citing a need for normalcy. September 15th. All games in Division 1A major university level have been postponed. September 15th, 2001. So they were all removed. And that's when Florida played Tennessee. Well, we played Tennessee again. Remember, their color, Trump's color. Orange comes to 33. Tennessee is orange. Florida Gators are orange and blue. And of course, blue for the Blue Lodge of their world. So if Trump was to go down this week, which again, the undoing, the bloody truth begins tonight. It's part 6, the final. The final in the series. And the full moon in Gemini ensues early Monday morning at 4:30 a.m. So it's just, we're just putting it out there. Not that the internet won't go down immediately, but we're putting it out there for people to know that at least if it goes down, we said it. And the video on the lockdowns, let's go over some. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to show y'all. So I turned on the news last night. Well, I turned on my TV and Bay News 9 came on. And the guy talking had off to his left shoulder the upside down pyramid of Mother Earth, and as above, so below. And he's on the news talking about whatever. It was some feel-good story. So I gave you part of his face in the previous one to give you perspective. But I cut it off, so you could really see the close-up. There's the light. I mean, I'm standing there right in front of my TV. The upside down pyramid, of course, at Trump Tower. Now, there's the ice bucket challenge. He's got the upside down pyramid as he's going through the water baptism. And of course, all of America did it. Thankfully, the Lord did not call me to make a spectacle of myself in doing so. But anybody that did, if you did, it was just like when I was going through my astrology, that's all. You got to love an American Psycho when he walks through the two Trumps, because that is Trump. He is the American Psycho. Let's take a look at the upside down pyramids, though. Oh, they're right there in front of me. So I guess we should give you this first. The inverted or upside down is the moon goddess. Feminine symbol of worship. Trump Tower has the 6x6x6 upside down pyramid. 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue, which perfectly match the little horn of Daniel 7 passage as the Antichrist. Now, Daniel 7, I believe it's 7:8, 7:11, and 7:20. It just says a mouth speaking great things. Make America great again. Lock her up. All of the other great. Nothing he says is halfway. Everything he says is, oh, excuse me. Oh, everything he says is utterly enormous. So there's the upside down pyramid on that. And of course, we were going over the stag in the movie Skyfall, which is Trump revisiting his Scottish root. Trump is 007. He is of the 7. He is the 8th also when he returns as the Antichrist. And of the 7, and there's the stag that represented his home at Skyfall. And there's the stag over Trump's head, and we showed you that yesterday also. My video's on Skyfall. If you go back through the entire Trump Antichrist series, you're going to see so much. I know a lot of y'all are new. That's what the stag was sitting on top of. When does the sky fall? Skyfall, name of the James Bond movie. When does the sky fall? God's wrath on the earth. Trump Tower is just showing somebody. They were trying to defend Trump. I'm like, he's got the portrait of Apollo. He's got the fallen angel having sex with a human woman. Straight out of Genesis 6. It's called Eros and Psyche. That's what created the Nephilim, the mighty men, the men of renown of Genesis 6, 1 through 9. Again, that's Genesis 6, 1 through 9. And he's sitting there with it in his tower. Some people will go, oh, that's before he was a Christian. Folks, once they start all that, just leave them alone. They're locked in. All you can do is present people with the truth. As we get close to this Gemini full moon in Gemini that occurs once a year, we know that he was born to Mary, just like Jesus was born to Mary. The anti-Jesus was born unto Mary. Father's name is Fred Christ Trump. Born under a total lunar eclipse. In the movie The Devil's Advocate, Donald Trump was supposed to be here tonight, but he had a business emergency. So that Florida-Tennessee game, purposefully placed there, of course. Trump in Gematria, 88. You had to go 88 miles per hour in the movie Back to the Future. That gave you the license tag out of time. Saturday Night Live, that gives you Donald Trump, Studio 8H. H is the 8th letter. It's Studio 88 for Trump. Everything is for Trump. Everything always has been for Trump. Another concerning the upside down pyramid, male, female, Eastern mysticism. Female, upside down. Trump is the light to their darkness. Satan and Lucifer. When you go 88 miles per hour and Back to the Future, you got the license tag that said out of time. Once Trump comes, that's it. Trump bought the New Jersey Generals, and it, of course, it has the corona. That is a wreath. That is a corona. So let's go to any comments that anybody might have given, good or bad, happy or sad. I have not looked. If the AC goes down and comes back to distribute the vaccine under his name to the world that no man can buy or sell without it, then the vaccine would be the mark of the beast. Yes. But remember, God sends the entire goat world a strong delusion that they believe a lie. All goats will want it. It's to move man to godhood. It'll no longer be about a vax. It'll be about becoming a god, a super hero type. For the fallen ones and the demonized sense will enter into a human goat's body. The body will be an avatar for the fallen ones. That's why when you worship the image of the beast, you can't turn back for your possessed completely forever. The fallen ones are who receive the eternal Don Krippner. That was Andre Hamil. Don Krippner. God put me on lockdown about a year before everyone else. Trey, do you think Trump will pull off being president yet? Oh, that's my friend Dawn. She's a Facebook friend now. Yeah. All right, cool. What's up, Dawn? She's on a thread that we're all on. Dawn's battling. She's battling cancer. I hope she doesn't mind me saying. And just been battling tremendously. And so we just pray for Dawn's recovery through that process. Tough process, very tough process. I think in the process of it, he'll be assassinated. Deadly wound. Right eye. Great question. All right. It still makes the most sense that Trump wins the election by Supreme Court decision following a leftist nationwide rioting, followed by staged assassination, followed by conservative staged violence, martial law, and then the reappearance of the now Antichrist Trump. Perfect. I'm in the dark here. I need to move this box so I can see. Usually I put on a lamp in back of me. So my keyboard is slid over to see. So it's not where it should be in front of me. Need to concentrate. Perfectly said, but if I may add one. How do you spell caveat? Caveat. I think. If I may add one caveat. Yeah, it's eat. It's cav eat. Cav eat. It's that we must endure World War III, 2 billion dying, waters rising via North Pole melting abyss. Then he returns. Dark winter alone can do this. Yeah. They control the weather, of course. So they can freeze everybody out through war in a terrible winter, no electricity, because people aren't equipped anymore to grow food, have food. If you didn't stock up and have enough to keep you warm, and they could send snow right through Florida. They've got that ability. They can freeze out all of Europe, Asia, China, los Estados Unidos, Canada, Japan, all of the northern hemisphere would be where the 2 billion would die during the dark winter. They'd be having their summer down there in South America, but that place is already so it's all. You want to talk about corruption? You think we're corrupted here, and we are. We're extremely corrupted here. Of course, we are the Illuminati here in Los Estados Unidos, with the obelisk facing the dome at the Vatican and at Washington, D.C. All Illuminati symbolism. We suspected May 19th, 2021 is the 1260 days from December 6th, 2017, covenant with many, moving the capital to Jerusalem. Very good. Love it. Love it. Love it. The Marcus products this person was talking about, I've bought them before. Marcus products, very good products. Very expensive. I need to take a look back at Marcus products if you want really good organic food. Marcus Rothkrantz. Marcus Products. Stuff's not cheap, folks. I'll tell you that, but it's really good stuff. It's not just organic, but it's wild grown. So it's just organic stuff grown as if it's in the wild. So new products or just products? So anyway, he put that down there in the comments, and I didn't reply to it, or it would have disappeared. I can reply to it now. Now that I've shown it to y'all. Great, expensive, but great products. Thank you. So that's about it. We're just waiting for the undoing of this world to begin. The Florida-Tennessee game is this week, which was the last time 9/11 occurred. And you remember Gainesville did. It was ground zero for where the Devil's Advocate came from. In the movie The Devil's Advocate, the character that played the Devil's Advocate, Keanu Reeves, his family moved from Gainesville, Florida. Devil's Advocate, Gainesville, Florida, Keanu Reeves. So Florida has its own little place. Excuse me, Gainesville has its own little place in the ending of all things. Because of the Florida-Tennessee game? Let's find out. Let's see if Trump goes down this week. If he does, it was nice knowing y'all, because the internet will not be up any longer. We will get our martial law. We will get our lockdowns due to the staged events that creates the martial law with a fake rioting that'll be taking place everywhere. The news will exacerbate it just like they do these numbers. And World War III will begin. And I hope a missile drops right on top of my condo. Actually slides right into the 4th floor through my glass sliding doors and explodes enough to blow up an entire city block while I'm sleeping. That's wishful thinking, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, they didn't give a time yet for the Florida-Tennessee game. What time is the Florida-Tennessee game 2020, December 5th?
On Saturday, Florida will be playing Tennessee at 3:30 p.m.
Ooh, they did give us a time. Okay, we're the big game on CBS. I'm a Gator fan. That's my last little bit of sin that you never quite get rid of per 1 John 5:17. There is sin that lead not to death. That's that little bit of pride, that little sense of self that you never quite get rid of. You know, me wanting my team to win, or me watching a movie just to laugh or for pleasure. Listening to old songs, even though I know that all those songs have satanic meaning, came from a satanic place. Most of your Christian music is of their world too, with their guitars, and yeah, it's a long story. People try to send me Christian, I guess, like old time true gospel music from way back in the 40s and 50s, maybe 60s. I would be able to appreciate, but I was raised Catholic. I never got into Christian or gospel music. And when the Lord turned me out of Catholicism and showed me there's no such thing as free will and that Christmas was pagan, I've still never taken to putting on any type of so-called Christian music. The music from God is in the Psalms. That's God's music. Man's music comes from instruments, singing. I don't trust none of it. I've just never been called to it. I'm not saying if you listen to it, that means you're not a sheep. So don't misunderstand me. All good, okay? Anyway, love y'all very much.